Hello everyone, I am of course the Black Shadow, and welcome to this very quick update video on the fly. I'm having to record this, so I have to apologise for being a bit brief. I may miss one or two things out. It's kind of a bit of a on the fly, important things I need to mention about the channel, things currently going on. So just a few things I need to make mention of. First of all, thanks to everyone who has seen the very first part of Resident Evil Outbreak online that I've been able to get on recording with Pistol Pete, Shotgun Jen, and Gears of Games. It has been certainly a hell of a lot of fun to actually record some of that. Obviously, only one video that has gone up so far. I've been having a few questions of people wondering when the next part was going to be. Short answer is very soon. Basically, we have recorded a few more bits and pieces. There, I suppose I should have said beforehand when I started uploading and recording the series, it was never going to be like a video up every other day sort of thing. It was not going to be that one of those kind of things. It's kind of a more collaborative effort. So basically, the idea is we all kind of upload stuff all at the same time. I've got a few bits and pieces ready to go, but they don't for various reasons. Once I have a date for whenever the next parts go, like I did with the first part, I will let you guys know. I will post it on Twitter, date and time of when it will come up. I don't have one exactly at the moment, but with any luck, it should be very soon. So watch this space as far as that one's concerned. We have, so far as actual physical recording, we've done most of File 1, actually. We've done the first 3 chapters. We then got on to Chapter 4, Hellfire, for those of you who remember. It was an eventful visit. I can say that much. It was very eventful. Unfortunately, people got a bit over-eager. I'll say that. And they may have paid some prices for it. But never mind. So that is that. Dead Rising. Dead Rising, of course, yes. As you guys know, about 5-6 weeks ago, I think it was now, with Dead Rising, I went and I actually ended obviously the main campaign of the series, but we've still got the Infinity mode to play. Now, good news is it is done. I have recorded the Infinity Mode run. I did that over the course of the last 2 days. It has been quite exhausting. For those of you who've played Infinity Mode will know that basically if you want to do any kind of decent run, you can't save in Infinity Mode. It's like a survival mode, last as long as you can, but you can't save at any point. You can't even do like with some games, like you could save your game, but then you have to quit, and then when you reload the game, you have to delete the save. So you have to take everything that goes. There is no save function at all, so you have to do everything in one go. Kind of sucks. But that has been done, and that was eventful as well, believe it or not. The first video of that is actually going to be going up shortly after this video does. Not too long. I've had to do a couple of little minor edits to it, kind of annoyingly, and I don't know why. When you're in the mode, there is actually no game music. All you've got is the more music every now and again. But like if you take on, because it's not just zombies, you can take on other survivors. You've got the psychopaths, they're back, and when you fight like the psychopaths, there's no music of all the boss music. So I thought, sod it. I've actually edited them in. I've taken tracks, I've extended them myself, and I'm actually putting them into the videos when we're taking on these bosses. So doing little extra bits and pieces. I think it's kind of a nice product. So that will be that. Speaking of editing, actually, as well, keep an eye out for Resident Evil Outbreak, because I'm experimenting with a couple slight editing techniques. One thing that I know Pistol Pete and Gears of Games do, because it's being such a cooperative effort, sometimes there's things going on with other people that you can't see on the screen, and what they do, they have like a split screen up about there-ish, somewhere up there. And basically what they do is they kind of like show off other people's screens as necessary. Now, this is not something I've ever particularly done, but given what the game is, Resident Evil Outbreak, it's a good idea. I've experimented a little bit with it so far, with doing this. And the testing has gone pretty well. I've learned a lot of things that I didn't know my software could do. Look at it that way. So hopefully, there's nothing below freezing point. Hellfire's not really needed, although there is something that did happen. But hopefully by the time we get onto Hellfire, folks, hopefully you will start noticing more fancy graphics, folks. I know. We're moving up in the world, isn't it glorious? What else at the moment? Grand Theft Auto. Again, obviously at the moment, there's still not the most consistent uploads. That's partially because I haven't been able to particularly get much recording done of it. So videos are getting up as and where they go. I need a couple of you guys' thoughts as to regards to that LP. Due to the fact that it is taking a bit longer. One of the things obviously I like doing with Grand Theft Auto games is I do enjoy like showing off more. You've obviously got all the story mission, that sort of thing, but I do like kind of showing off the more about the game, like some of the side stuff and that sort of thing, which is what I've done so far in the LP. Obviously, the fact that the LP is taking a lot longer to record than I would have liked kind of sucks. And as such, we're about, I don't know how far into the game we are, but I think story-wise we must be at least halfway. I think we're closer to 2/3, but I don't know. I haven't really played the game properly before. I am considering basically at this point, I've shown off a fair few side things, and I am considering just basically from where we are, just starting to just barrel through the rest of the story, and just focus specifically on going through the story missions to get the LP finished, because I'm kind of like, it's fine when I'm showing off extra bits and pieces and side missions and side games, and I'm putting up like a video of the series every 2 or 3 days, but when it's like almost every week at the moment, and then you're like having to wait 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks for something story to happen, I don't know how you guys feel about it, so please feel free to let me know if you're happy for me to, if you want me to just start barreling on with the story, because we haven't really made it a priority much. I've kind of done all sorts of other things as well, from races to stuff like the Rampage. Stuff like that I'll still do if I see them, because it's kind of cool to do. And of course our Red Balloon Hunt, that will never end, folks. It won't end. I won't search all 99 balloons out, but I'll bloody well shoot them when I see them. So thanks to everyone who's been letting me know about those. But if you want me to just start focusing on the actual, that on its own, let me know and I'll start doing that. Okay? Cool. One last thing before I end this update video. As many of you guys know, over the course of this channel, I have always kind of asked people where they can to give me ideas, requests of certain games I could look to LP. Some of which I've been able to do, some of which I plan to do, some of which don't get done. Unfortunately, there's so much for me to do, and trying to tie in what people, requests that people have, along with my own taste and interest, and fitting it in with the channel. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Examples like something like Dino Crash, for example. I'd never intended to play it until a lot of people suggested it, and I sort of looked at it and thought, oh, actually, it's quite a wonderful idea. So I went and did it. Things like that. I got a special request through about 2 weeks ago, I think it was now. And the person in question, who was as you can see, I'm terrible with names sometimes. It's embarrassing. Anyways, whilst I very cunningly and quietly just quickly flick on my internet so I can check to see who it was, so I don't make a complete and utter fool of myself, I got a special request through about 2 weeks ago to play a certain game that they've enjoyed. And it's a game and probably a series that I think most people have at least heard of. It's not one I have a lot of actual particular experience with, but it's one that I know my way around. I get the concept of it, and I have some experience with other derivatives of it. Ragitsu, that's who it was. I thought it was, I was thinking it was Matios. No, it wasn't Matios. Other things of that. And yeah, he gave me a special request of a game to do, and he was very encouraging for me to do it. So much so that he offered to actually buy the game for me to LP it. Now, it's hard for me to say no to such dedication for me to LP a certain game. Then I found out what it was. Yeah. In that humdinger. I'm sure most of you guys have heard of the Oregon Trail in some form or another. Even me, the fact that I'm obviously not the most American person you've ever met. I have some experience actually of Oregon Trail games. I've seen a few of them, and I have a bit of experience with a game called the Orgun Trail, Organ, which is basically like a zombie style kind of version of the Oregon Trail. It's kind of cool. It's a game I've actually considered LPing at one point, but I haven't quite got round to it. And I got this. He asked me if I was ever interested in doing this game. For those of you who haven't seen any of the series, I encourage you to at least have a look and check it out. It was designed to be an educational game back in the day, and there's still derivatives of it floating around. This version is quite old, so much so that here's a bit of fun for you. The installation instructions are for Windows 3.1x and Windows 95. That gives you an idea of how old this is. So much so, this doesn't actually run as per standard on 64-bit operating systems that we tend to have nowadays. You actually have to make a couple of edits to files to actually get this to work. I found it out. I played around with the files a little bit. I got it to work. I was very chuffed about it. So, the fact that someone has actually offered to buy this for me, I have no choice but to at least give it a go. And knowing what the series is like, and knowing how easy it is for someone to just suddenly get sick and die, I think it could be quite a lot of fun, actually. Gallivanting across mid-19th century United States. Sadly, July 4th has already come and gone. But consider this a late Independence Day gift. So hopefully, I will start getting some of this recorded very shortly and start getting it onto the channel. It shall be fun. It shall be brutal. There may or may not be jokes that not everyone may appreciate. It's not impossible. There will be jokes about guns and shooting things. It's a thing. So, yeah. Thank you guys very much for listening. I hope you guys are looking forward to certainly Resident Evil Outbreak. I'll let you guys know about that as soon as I can. And all the other stuff that I've got running around. There's probably other bits and pieces I can't think of at the moment that I should have mentioned. As I say, bit on the fly this. So, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Ta-ta for now.